Most seniors feel fine, until one small hidden problem quietly tears down their strength, memory, and heart health. Dehydration. Doctors explain that after 60, the body's natural thirst signals weaken dramatically. You may not feel thirsty, but deep inside, your brain, heart, and kidneys are struggling without enough water. Silent dehydration doesn't just cause dry skin, it steals your energy, weakens your immune system, and speeds up aging itself. Many seniors walk around dangerously dehydrated every single day without even realizing it. Your body could be sending warning signs right now, and it's urgent to pay attention before it's too late. If you care about protecting your health and independence after 60, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Every week we share life-saving tips, powerful habits, and trusted advice to help you stay strong, sharp, and happy for years to come. Hit the like button if you value your health today. A dry mouth may not seem like a big deal at first, but doctors explain that for seniors, it can be one of the first and most dangerous warning signs that the body is silently struggling with dehydration. After the age of 60, the body's ability to sense thirst weakens naturally. This means you could already be dehydrated without feeling thirsty at all. A dry, sticky mouth is often the first cry for help, a small but powerful signal that something critical is happening deep inside your body. Studies show that saliva is not just there to keep your mouth comfortable. It plays a major role in protecting your teeth, washing away harmful bacteria, and helping you digest food properly. When the mouth becomes dry or sticky, it's a clear sign that your body is trying to conserve every drop of water it has left. Doctors have observed that this survival response quietly puts extra strain on your heart, kidneys, and brain. You ignore it. Silent damage can build up faster than you realize. Experts explain that saliva is made mostly of water. When your hydration drops, saliva production falls sharply. A sticky, dry mouth makes eating harder, talking less comfortable, and can even change the way food tastes. But the real danger is what's happening inside. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it harder for your heart to pump life-giving oxygen to every corner of your body. This hidden struggle forces your heart to work overtime, quietly raising your risk of heart failure, strokes, and deadly blood clots over time. Researchers have found that seniors who experience regular dry mouth symptoms are far more likely to suffer from serious infections too. Without enough saliva, the mouth becomes a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. This can lead to gum disease, cavities, and painful mouth sores that make it even harder to eat or stay nourished. Worse yet, the bacteria from an unhealthy mouth can enter the bloodstream, leading to dangerous infections in other organs. All from what started as just a little dry mouth. Doctors have observed another silent danger tied to dry mouth: poor digestion. Saliva contains special enzymes that begin breaking down food the moment you start chewing. Without enough saliva, food is harder to digest, placing greater strain on the stomach and intestines. Seniors already face slower digestion with age. Adding dry mouth to the mix means even less nutrient absorption, lower energy, and greater risk of malnutrition, even when you are eating regular meals. Experts also warn that when a senior's mouth feels dry, it's not just a mouth issue. It's often the brain crying out for help too. Dehydration shrinks brain cells slightly, slowing down thinking speed, memory recall, and emotional balance. Studies show that even mild dehydration can double the risk of confusion, memory loss, and disorientation in seniors. It becomes harder to focus, to make decisions, or to keep your emotional footing when life throws challenges your way. Some seniors may assume their dry mouth is caused by medications, and while it's true that certain drugs do contribute, dehydration is often the hidden partner making everything worse. Doctors explain that even medications that dry out the mouth become far more dangerous when the body's water levels are already low. Blood pressure medications, diuretics, allergy pills, and antidepressants can all have more severe side effects. when dehydration is quietly draining your strength behind the scenes. One of the most dangerous misunderstandings is thinking that feeling fine means being fine. Many seniors with dangerously low hydration levels feel no obvious thirst. The body stops signaling properly. Instead, it sends smaller, quieter warnings, like dry mouth, sticky saliva, feeling unusually tired, dizzy spells, or mild confusion. Ignoring these signs allows small problems to snowball into major crises, like sudden heart attacks, strokes, or devastating falls. The good news is that protecting yourself is simple once you recognize the signs. Doctors explain that sipping small amounts of water steadily through the day is far more effective than chugging large amounts at once. Watching for early signs, like a sticky feeling inside the cheeks, dry lips, or waking up with a sore, dry mouth, gives you the power to act before damage builds up. You don't have to feel thirsty to be at risk. Paying attention to the little clues your body gives you can literally save your life. Remember, every cell in your body depends on water to function. Your brain needs it to think clearly. Your heart needs it to beat safely. Your muscles need it to stay strong. And your immune system needs it to keep you protected from infections. A dry mouth may be small, but it's a loud and urgent message. From deep inside, your body is asking for help. Today, honor that message. Keep a glass of water within reach. Sip, even when you don't feel thirsty. Protect your heart, your mind, and your independence by answering your body's quiet cry before it turns into a roar. A few simple sips can mean the difference between silent damage and lasting health. Your future self will thank you. Feeling tired after a busy day is normal. But doctors warn that when fatigue lingers even after a full night's rest, it can signal something far more serious, especially for seniors. Persistent tiredness that doesn't get better with rest often means the body's cells are not getting the hydration they desperately need to produce energy. And when that happens quietly over time, it can slowly drain away not just your energy, but also your heart strength, brain power, and overall life force. Studies show that water is essential for the cells in your muscles, heart, and brain to make energy. Without enough water, the body shifts into a low-power survival mode. Experts explain that even mild dehydration can slash your energy production by as much as 20% or more. That kind of loss doesn't just make you feel tired, it forces every organ to work harder with fewer resources to keep you going. Over weeks and months, that quiet strain builds up inside, leading to dangerous long-term damage. Doctors have observed that one of the first signs of cellular dehydration is unexplained, stubborn fatigue. Seniors may notice that simple activities like walking to the mailbox, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries suddenly feel harder. Even hobbies they once enjoyed, like gardening or spending time with grandkids, can feel exhausting. But because dehydration rarely triggers strong thirst in older adults, many dismiss the fatigue as just getting older, when in reality, it's a fixable warning signal. Experts explain that the heart is one of the first organs to suffer when hydration drops. The heart has to pump thicker blood with every beat when water levels fall. This silent burden increases heart rate and blood pressure, even when you're sitting still. Over time, the constant strain weakens the heart muscle itself, raising the risk of heart failure, a condition where the heart can't pump enough blood to meet the body's needs. Many seniors who experience unexplained tiredness, shortness of breath, or swelling in the ankles are actually showing early signs of dehydration-driven heart stress. Researchers also point out that dehydration disrupts the delicate balance of electrolytes like sodium and potassium inside cells. These tiny minerals are critical for muscle contractions, nerve signals, and heart rhythms. When water is low, electrolyte levels swing out of balance, causing muscle weakness, cramps, irregular heartbeats, and a profound feeling of exhaustion that doesn't go away with sleep. Left uncorrected, this hidden imbalance can lead to dangerous falls, fractures, and life-threatening arrhythmias in seniors. The brain, too, feels the silent drain of dehydration long before thirst kicks in. Studies show that even a small drop in hydration shrinks brain tissue, slowing memory, decision-making, and emotional control. Seniors with chronic dehydration often feel mentally foggy, irritable, or unusually forgetful. Fatigue, confusion, and sadness start to blend together, making it harder to enjoy life and easier to withdraw from loved ones and activities that once brought joy. Doctors have observed another critical danger. Dehydration lowers blood volume throughout the body. Less blood means less oxygen delivered to muscles and vital organs. As a result, seniors may feel lightheaded when standing up, prone to dizzy spells, and at higher risk for dangerous falls. Fatigue deepens when muscles and organs are starved for oxygen, creating a vicious cycle where the body grows weaker and more vulnerable by the day. Seniors may try to push through the fatigue with caffeine or sugary snacks, hoping for a quick energy boost. But experts warn that without addressing the root cause, hydration, these short-term fixes can backfire. Caffeine and sugar can further dehydrate the body, stressing the heart and kidneys even more. True, lasting energy only returns when the body's water balance is restored, and the cells can once again create energy efficiently and safely. One of the reasons dehydration is so dangerous after 60 is because the kidneys naturally lose some function with age. Older kidneys are less efficient at concentrating urine, which means the body loses more water even at rest. Without proactive hydration habits, many seniors live in a constant state of low-level dehydration without realizing it, until the fatigue, weakness, and serious health consequences arrive. But there is powerful hope. Doctors explain that even small, steady improvements in hydration can revive energy, protect the heart, and sharpen thinking within just days. Sipping water regularly throughout the day, eating water-rich foods like fruits and vegetables, and paying attention to subtle signals like dry mouth, fatigue, and dizziness can rebuild your strength from the inside out. Waiting for strong thirst is not a safe strategy after 60. Your body needs your attention long before that desperate signal arrives. If you feel exhausted even after a good night's sleep, don't brush it off as normal aging. Your body may be quietly pleading for water, energy, and healing. Listen to it. Take simple steps today to restore what your cells need most. With steady hydration, you can reclaim your energy, protect your heart, and feel the vitality that age alone cannot steal. You deserve to wake up feeling alive, strong, and ready for each new day. Give your body that gift, starting now, one sip at a time. When urine turns dark yellow or gives off a strong odor, it is not something seniors should ever ignore. Doctors explain that these are not just harmless changes with age, they are serious warning signs. Dark, strong-smelling urine often means that waste products in the body are becoming dangerously concentrated because there isn't enough water available to flush them out properly. And when this happens quietly, it silently stresses the kidneys, raises infection risks, and can even set the stage for permanent kidney damage if left unchecked. Researchers have observed that as we age, the kidneys naturally lose some of their filtering power. After 60, the body becomes slower at removing toxins and waste from the blood. This makes staying properly hydrated more important than ever. Without enough water, the kidneys are forced to work harder to concentrate the urine, leading to a darker color and much stronger smell. What many seniors don't realize is that this extra burden quietly injures the kidney's delicate filtering structures over time, even before any pain or other symptoms appear. Studies show that dehydration is one of the leading triggers for urinary tract infections in older adults. When urine becomes highly concentrated, it creates the perfect environment for harmful bacteria to grow. These bacteria can quickly spread from the bladder to the kidneys, causing infections that can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, and in some cases, irreversible kidney failure. Doctors warn that for seniors, even a mild kidney infection can rapidly become life-threatening if the body is already weakened by dehydration. Experts explain that normal, healthy urine should be pale yellow, almost like diluted lemonade. A dark golden or amber color is a clear sign that your body is holding on to waste instead of clearing it away. Strong, pungent smells, especially smells that resemble ammonia or something rotten, signal that waste is sitting too long in the bladder or bloodstream. Over time, these waste products can inflame the urinary tract, damage bladder tissues, and place enormous silent stress on the heart and brain. Doctors have observed that many seniors with early kidney damage also experience vague symptoms like fatigue, swelling in the legs or ankles, trouble concentrating, and a loss of appetite. Sadly, these signs are often missed or mistaken for normal aging, while underneath, the kidneys continue to decline. By the time kidney problems are obvious enough to be diagnosed through routine tests, significant damage has often already occurred. Another hidden danger of dark, strong-smelling urine is its effect on blood pressure. Studies show that as the kidneys struggle, blood pressure tends to rise. High blood pressure then damages the kidneys even more, creating a vicious cycle that is very difficult to break. Seniors living in a constant state of low-level dehydration are unknowingly putting their heart, brain, and kidneys under constant dangerous strain, even if they feel mostly fine day to day. Doctors stress that thirst is an unreliable signal. After 60, many seniors lose their natural sense of thirst, meaning that by the time they feel thirsty, they are already significantly dehydrated. Instead of waiting for thirst, experts recommend paying close attention to the color and smell of urine. It's one of the body's simplest and clearest cries for help. Dark, strong-smelling urine is your body's way of saying, "I'm struggling. I need water." Researchers also point out that common medications many seniors take, like diuretics for high blood pressure or drugs for heart disease, can increase water loss through urine without increasing thirst. This makes seniors even more vulnerable to silent dehydration and kidney stress. Watching urine color and smell becomes even more critical when managing multiple medications. But the good news is powerful. Small daily changes can make a life-saving difference. Doctors explain that simply increasing water intake by a few glasses a day can dramatically reduce kidney strain, lower infection risk, and help maintain healthy blood pressure. Clearer, lighter urine is a direct sign that the body is clearing out waste efficiently. The kidneys are getting a break, and healing is happening inside. Experts suggest sipping water steadily throughout the day instead of drinking large amounts all at once. Including more water-rich foods, like cucumbers, melons, oranges, and leafy greens, can also gently boost hydration without overwhelming the body. Every sip, every bite of water-rich food helps flush toxins, support the kidneys, and protect the body's delicate balance. If you notice that your urine is dark or carries a strong smell, even if you feel fine otherwise, do not ignore it. It's a quiet alarm from inside your body. Taking action today by drinking more water could prevent infections, protect your kidneys, and even extend your life by keeping your heart and brain healthier. You deserve to feel strong, clear-minded, and safe in your own body. Protecting your kidneys isn't about drastic changes. It starts with simple daily attention. Listen to the signals your body sends. Respect them. Water is not just a habit after 60. It is a true medicine. Begin today with a few steady sips and keep going. Your body, your heart, and your future will thank you with every single beat. When confusion, memory fog, or forgetfulness appears, it's easy to blame it on aging, but doctors explain that one hidden cause is often overlooked, and it can be corrected. Even mild dehydration can quietly shrink brain tissue, leading to memory lapses, poor decision-making, and over time, an increased risk of dementia after 65. This silent danger often begins long before obvious memory problems show up, making it all the more urgent to recognize the early signs and act. Studies show that water is not just important for the body, it is essential for the brain's structure and function. Brain cells are incredibly sensitive to even small losses of water. When hydration drops even slightly, researchers have observed that the brain actually shrinks, pulling away from the inside of the skull. This physical shrinkage causes stress to the brain's delicate communication pathways, slowing down thinking, weakening focus, and clouding memory. Seniors who feel foggy or find it harder to concentrate during the day may be experiencing one of the earliest warnings that their brains are dehydrated. Experts explain that dehydration affects the flow of blood to the brain as well. Blood becomes thicker when water levels drop, making it harder for the heart to pump enough oxygen-rich blood into the brain's fragile vessels. Without a steady, rich blood supply, parts of the brain responsible for memory, learning, and decision-making begin to suffer. Seniors may find themselves forgetting simple things, struggling to find words, or feeling confused even in familiar settings, all without realizing that the root problem could be as simple as not drinking enough water. Doctors have observed that dehydration also raises levels of stress hormones, like cortisol, inside the brain. Elevated cortisol damages the hippocampus, the part of the brain most responsible for forming new memories. Over months and years, this hidden damage accumulates. What begins as a few senior moments can eventually progress into more serious memory problems, mood changes, and even the early stages of dementia. Studies show that even short-term dehydration can cause measurable declines in attention, short-term memory, and visual motor tracking, skills that are crucial for safe driving, cooking, managing medications, and daily independence. These declines are especially dangerous because they happen quietly, without the intense symptoms that might alert someone to the problem. A senior may simply feel a little slower, a little more tired, or a little more forgetful, and brush it off as normal aging while the underlying issue continues to worsen. Researchers have also found that seniors are at much higher risk because the body's natural thirst signal weakens with age. Many seniors no longer feel thirsty even when their body desperately needs water. Medications commonly used after 60, like blood pressure pills and diuretics, can worsen this hidden dehydration, further starving the brain of the fluid it needs to think clearly and stay sharp. The danger doesn't stop at forgetfulness. Dehydrated brains are also more vulnerable to strokes. When the blood thickens due to water loss, tiny clots are more likely to form, blocking critical vessels and cutting off oxygen to parts of the brain. Doctors warn that dehydration-related strokes often strike without warning and can cause devastating damage that robs seniors of speech, mobility, and independence in an instant. The good news is that this danger is highly preventable. Studies show that rehydrating, even with small, steady amounts of water throughout the day, can rapidly restore better blood flow, improve memory, sharpen focus, and lift brain fog. Clear, simple habits can make a powerful difference. Sipping water between meals, carrying a small water bottle, and paying attention to urine color are easy ways to stay ahead of brain dehydration. Experts also suggest being mindful of hidden sources of fluid loss. Hot weather, heated indoor environments, caffeine, and salty foods can all pull water out of the body silently. Seniors who drink alcohol, even small amounts, face even greater risks, as alcohol rapidly depletes the brain's water stores. Protecting the brain means staying alert, not just to thirst, but to these silent thieves of hydration. Doctors explain that aiming for pale yellow urine is a simple and powerful goal. If urine is dark, or if feelings of confusion, dizziness, or unusual tiredness appear, it's important to act immediately, not later. A few glasses of water can sometimes clear the fog within minutes, saving the brain from further silent stress. For seniors who want to protect their memories, their independence, and their joy of life, hydration must become a daily priority. It's not about drinking gallons of water at once. It's about steady, gentle care every day, honoring the brain's need for nourishment and flow. Water is not just refreshing after 65. It's life-giving medicine for the mind itself. So, if you notice moments of confusion, mental fog, or forgetfulness creeping in, don't just shrug it off. Listen carefully. Your brain could be asking for help, and the answer could be as simple and as powerful as a steady, kind commitment to drinking enough water. Protect your memories. Protect your future. It starts with the next sip you take today. Feeling your heart race when you stand up, or feeling lightheaded after moving from a chair or bed, may seem like a small annoyance at first, but doctors warn that in seniors, these symptoms can reveal something far more serious and much more dangerous. Experts explain that one of the silent causes behind rapid heartbeat and dizziness after standing is simple, but often overlooked dehydration. And when dehydration is left uncorrected after 60, it doesn't just make you feel a little unsteady. It can set the stage for falls, fainting, serious injuries, and even heart attacks. Studies show that after the age of 60, the body naturally holds less water. Blood volume gradually shrinks without many outward signs. When seniors don't replace fluids steadily throughout the day, the blood becomes thicker and moves more slowly. Doctors have observed that this silent thickening places extra stress on the heart. Every time you stand up, your body must quickly adjust blood pressure to keep enough blood flowing to the brain. When dehydration has reduced your blood volume, your heart must pump faster and harder just to do its job. The result is a racing pulse, dizziness, blurred vision, or even sudden fainting. Researchers explain that even mild dehydration can reduce blood volume enough to lower standing blood pressure sharply, a condition called orthostatic hypotension. Seniors with this hidden problem may feel perfectly fine when sitting or lying down, but experience sudden drops in blood pressure upon standing. This drop starves the brain of oxygen for a few seconds, causing lightheadedness, weakness, confusion, or even blacking out. In fact, falls linked to dehydration-related blood pressure drops are a major cause of broken hips, head injuries, and emergency hospital visits for seniors every year. Doctors also warn that when the heart is forced to race repeatedly to compensate for low blood volume, it becomes strained over time. This stress can trigger irregular heartbeats, raise the risk of blood clots, and, in vulnerable individuals, lead to a heart attack. The danger is made worse by the fact that many seniors already live with hidden heart conditions that might stay silent until the heart is pushed past its limit. Dehydration is one of the hidden triggers that can quietly tip the balance toward disaster. Experts explain that certain medications, such as diuretics for blood pressure or heart conditions, increase water loss and worsen the risk of dehydration-related heart stress. Seniors taking these medications often lose more water through urine without feeling thirstier. Hot weather, heated indoor environments, and even simple aging of the kidneys all contribute to faster water loss without obvious signs. By the time dizziness or a rapid pulse is felt, dehydration may already be placing serious strain on the heart and brain. Studies show that a healthy, hydrated body can quickly adjust when moving from sitting to standing. The heart and blood vessels work together smoothly to maintain steady blood pressure and oxygen flow to the brain. But when water is lacking, this finely tuned system falters. Blood pools in the legs, the brain gets less oxygen, and the heart must beat faster just to maintain consciousness. Over time, these small daily stresses quietly damage blood vessels, the heart muscle, and even memory centers in the brain. The good news is that this cycle can be broken. Doctors have observed that restoring proper hydration can dramatically improve blood pressure stability, reduce dizziness, and lower the strain on the heart. Seniors who sip water steadily throughout the day, not just when they feel thirsty, give their bodies the fluid volume needed to keep every organ strong, especially when moving or standing. Experts recommend simple habits that protect the heart and brain. Drinking a glass of water upon waking, sipping fluids with each meal, and carrying a small bottle throughout the day. Seniors should also be mindful of warning signs like dry mouth, dark urine, and fatigue, which often show up before dizziness or rapid heartbeat appears. Acting early can prevent serious falls, fainting, and emergency hospital visits. Doctors explain that mild dehydration can often be corrected within hours. Just a few extra glasses of water each day can restore better blood flow, stabilize heart rhythms, sharpen mental clarity, and strengthen physical balance. Seniors who build hydration into their daily routine often report feeling stronger, steadier, and more energized without needing any complicated changes to their lifestyle. If you notice your heart racing when you stand, or if you feel dizzy when getting out of bed or rising from a chair, listen closely. Your body could be asking for help. Don't wait for a serious fall or a hospital emergency to take action. Start by reaching for a glass of water. Support your heart, protect your brain, and safeguard your independence, one sip at a time. Every heartbeat matters after 60, and sometimes the greatest protection for your heart and your future begins with the simplest choice you make today. Stay hydrated, stay steady, stay strong.